Welcome to HoneyCon! Santa's village is in a honey cookie craze thanks to trending recipes on TinselTok, and the elves have shipped the world's entire supply of honey to the North Pole to accommodate the demand. But when our ursine anti-heroes show up looking for the hoarded honey, they discover there's more to this village than its candy-coated exterior. Revolution is brewing in the hearts of some enterprising elves who buck against Santa's tyrannical moral rulings, and there's no telling whether political turmoil will help or hinder our bear's foolproof plan. Get in, get the honey, get out. You have witnessed enormous vats of honey being transported via sleigh into and out of this village as you have approached. You now approach, after however long a journey all the way up here to the North Pole, Santa's village. It is dark despite being day. It is freezing cold. It is actively snowing. But as you approach this village, it is glowing with a warm light. You can hear snippets of Christmas carols. Pebble, you can smell honey on the suddenly rather gentle and inviting breeze. There's almost a sort of sparkle in the air as you approach. You come over one last snowy crest and you can see a full village of adorable, pretty tiny houses, sort of alpine style but whimsical. But it is surrounded by a pretty serious stone and ice wall, 20 feet high, wide enough to walk on. But there is a gate. There's a great big gate, and it seems like people have queued up to get inside. Should you approach, you see signs, big welcoming signs that say, HoneyCon 2025. And there are signs talking about the cookie off, which seems to be some sort of honey cookie competition. There are signs about workshops and panels that you can attend on baking and decorating honey cookies. There are signs telling you to tag #HoneyCon 2025 on TinselTok. It seems the elves in Santa's village are in a sort of honey cookie craze. It is the Christmas cookie of the year.
What is this cookie? Why would they defile honey like this?
You know, it's like taking honey and making it into something less delicious and less easy to sort of like wrap your tongue
I do
around, you
not
know?
like it. No.
I don't know. I have had cookie before. It is very good.
It was good? Did it taste
Yeah.
like honey?
No, but it would
Oh.
be better with honey.
Then disgusting.
Everything's better with honey.
Oh, yes. Pebble knows what.
Well, I mean, okay. We need our honey, right? Like, it's gotten pretty bad. I feel like maybe we should come up with some sort of plan to, get down there and take all their honey. And then we'll have all the honey. And then we can eat all the honey.
Well, we have our
Right.
disguises. Should be good.
Yeah, right? They can't tell we're bears. Do elves wear hats?
Yeah, are the people in the line, are they people or elves, or did you say that? Are there other
I didn't
bears?
say that. You see
Or
at the
creatures.
moment what looks like two varieties of creature. The vast majority elves. We're talking Christmas elves. These are 2 to 3 foot tall little cuties
Max.
in Christmas regalia. The other creature you see appear to be yetis, and they are large. They're probably grizzly-sized, but, upright and yetis, not bears. The yetis mostly seem like they are working. They are on patrol at the moment.
Are they patrolling on the ground or on the wall?
Yes.
Both. They are on top of the wall.
There are a couple stationed at the gate. There are, you can see probably 3 or 4 because, you still got some distance patrolling around the wall, and that's just the side you can see. And there are another 3 or 4 up on top of the wall. They do not appear to be armed or armored, but it is clear from what they are doing and sort of their manner that they are sort of the security for this event.
Can I smell anywhere that it's like a little stronger, like or is it just overwhelming honey scent?
Let's see. Excellent.
Yes.
Let's have you roll for bear, but you're going to roll 2d6 and take the lower because this is related to your ability as a sun bear.
Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. I failed. I got a 4 and a 6.
Ooh, you failed at a roll. Move a point out of criminal and into bear.
Okay, so I've got 4 bear, 2 criminal.
Yeah, it is. You've never smelled this much honey in your life. There's just so much. It's so much, and it's coming from the entire village.
It's both amazing and frustrating at the same time.
Well, why don't we just get in line and try the front entrance?
Yes.
If there's little elves, if we need to, I will bite one of their heads off, and then we just go inside.
But do you think they'll the Yetis, don't you think they'll get mad? I haven't heard about bears being allowed in to elf events before. And like I'm a little bigger than an elf. There's no like blending in.
No, you are the same size as an elf.
The same size as, I guess I am kind of small. Yeah.
What if we stand? How are you two at standing?
Standing?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty good at standing.
Goofy.
I can stand. If I have to.
Do you think we could pass for elves?
Yes.
Yes?
Oh, you know what? Perhaps
try?
our elves in costume. Right?
Oh,
Classic
For
Christmas
the
costume.
con.
Yeah. Because it's a con.
Yes,
Of course.
yes.
I'm all about this.
Mascot
Yeah.
for honey.
This is why I am the brains.
Yeah. An onion, you can be 2 on top of each other's shoulders, or 3 even.
Right.
So you join the queue, going into Santa's village. It's not terribly long. There are probably 20 elves ahead of you.
Do we see them all like carrying tickets and stuff?
Actually, no. Nobody's carrying. They don't seem to be carrying any sort of ticket or have their phone out to get scanned or anything.
Yeah.
Do we speak a common language of any kind? Like,
you speak bear.
We speak bear. Okay, so
you can. If you try really hard, you can kind of mangle out the common tongue. We'll say English. Sure, they speak English at the North Pole. I think technically Canada owns the North Pole, but that might be a point of contention.
No, we are all Canadian bears.
I'll take it, man.
You're welcome. You approach the front gate. No one seems like super alarmed as you get in line. For clarity, are you walking like bears or are you walking like people?
Other best people walk.
Doing our best
elf
hind
walk.
legs.
No one seems super alarmed as you get in line. It's hard not to notice you on account of how you're 10 to 20 times larger than everyone else. So you do get some looks, but no one's like, hey, what are you doing here? So you shuffle to the front of the line. And you can now see the people ahead of you are being scanned by like a supermarket checkout scanner. And then a little green light is pinging, and they are being handed a certain number of scoops of small peppermint candies as they move inside. So you move up to the front. Who's in front of the line?
Size order?
Yeah. Well, size big to small or small to big? Maybe start small so that it's less crazy. So I'll be front.
Yeah. You are the least intimidating.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Pebble. I'm a sun bear. Sun bears are very small, but I'm like already pretty small, and I'm the youngest of my family, so I have something to prove. All of my siblings were named like Boulder or like craggy, and then I came along and I'm just Pebble. But I'm very, very excited. I'm very eager to prove myself to you guys. And my hat is a flat cap. So like, I don't know. They've got the visor with the little flatness.
And what's your role?
Oh, sorry, I'm a thief. My tongue can act as a lockpick.
We'll see about that.
And I'll just sort of like give a lot of, as much as the bear can.
Cute.
Stick to
Little
nods.
sun bear.
Shrugs.
Okay. You see a little elf, looks the equivalent of a middle-aged human man, but 2.5 feet tall. He's wearing a sparkling red suit with white fur cuffs.
Oh.
He has a peppermint cane earring in one ear. His boots are impossibly shiny, and he has, so far as you've watched him, been just way too intense about customer satisfaction. He's saying things like, "I hope you have a wonderful con. Please don't lose your Christmas cheer tokens. See us here at the gate if you need any help." And sort of
Please fill out
ushering,
the customer satisfaction survey.
sort of waving everyone inside, as he hands them their what are apparently cheer tokens. Look for all the world like peppermint candies. They certainly smell like peppermint candies to you. He sees Pebble. He does start a little bit, but that like frozen smile stays on his face, and he says, "That's a wonderful costume.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
so
tip my
glad you
hat.
could be here. Wow, very lifelike." And
Bears
he
have
goes
thumbs,
to,
right? Yeah.
scan you. Yeah, short.
I got
This can't be right. Amanda, I need you to roll 2d6 and tell me the lower roll.
Come on.
3.
Oh my god, you're rolling so high. Stop.
So he scans you, and an amber light flashes, and you hear dee-doo, which is a different noise than the happy little cheerful ding everyone else has gotten. And you see the one little eye twitch on this very intense elf. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, we all start somewhere. So you are going to get 30 cheer tokens. Spend them wisely."
Is this way more or way fewer than other
This
people have been
looks
getting?
like so much less than
Okay.
everybody else.
I walk up and I just put my paw out, like waiting for the tokens. Hello, my name is Vladimir Pupin, and I am an enormous grizzly bear with long black claws and thick matted fur. I wear a very small fez on my head. I'm very proud of my fez, and I am the muscle, although I think I'm the brains.
He scans you. There's a little less chit chat now. He scans you. Roll 2d6 and tell me the lower number.
3 also.
Another amber light and a dee-doo. He just kind of hands you the same number of tokens. Plastic smile on his face. Waves you inside.
Where's he getting these tokens from?
Big old bucket, like a big wooden barrel next to him.
Okay.
And they are fully peppermint candies, for clarity.
Okay.
And I'd say now that a couple of you walked by, you could see that in his hand, this little scanner, there's words on it that read cheerometer 3000. So he's apparently reading your Christmas cheer and giving you the appropriate number of
mine should have been
tokens.
so red. The reddest.
He's going to scan you, Onion.
Onion is rather small for a polar bear. Old, ancient even, got the sallow kind of saggy old skin and matted hair that's just kind of sticking up at odd angles everywhere. And Onion is a polar bear that somehow, someway knows how to drive. It has a cowboy hat. Oh, and they're retired, obviously. this is just a retirement hobby. I got pulled out of retirement.
You're too old for this shit.
I'm too old for this. I'm doing this for you, Pebble. Onion's gonna kind of look at Pebble and give him a little wink and nod at the bucket as they go forward to get scanned. And they do a over-elaborate curtsy to this elf.
This actually seems to cheer up this elf a little bit. He says, "Oh, my goodness! I hope you're okay in there. That must be so heavy. Wonderful costumes again. It does seem the fur is starting to sag a bit. I believe there's someone doing free repairs on costumes if you want to go find them later." And he scans you. Give me 2d6 and give me the lower number.
I got 2 ones.
Yes. Yes, polar bear.
The scanner gives a sort of screeching beep and turns bright red. He looks, there's like a look of shock and panic, and he just sort of freezes for a moment. My goodness! I hope you're all right. Remember, keep the spirit. And remember the stories you were told about what happens to elves who are on the naughty list. He's going to hand you 10 tokens and just let you in.
Great. I think we waddle over to somewhere that's kind of out of sight and then finally drop on all fours. So just imagine the bear butts waddling with their little tails. So cute.
I'm going to eat one of my cheer tokens. Do we think Bear likes it or not? Should I roll to see if I like it?
Bears love peppermint. It's like a problem.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and eat 5 of them.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, what an
not as good as honey.
That I'm very excited for. We're gonna make up a mechanic now. Can you roll for bear?
Roll for bear.
Sure. Seems like a bear.
I got a 2.
Okay, that's a success. Yes.
That's a success.
Cool. I guess move one into criminal because things are going well. And
back where I started, baby.
You feel sort of wash over you this feeling of like jolliness and warmth, and you have this overwhelming urge to hug. Who would you rather be standing next to right now?
I feel like I would go to hug Padamir and just as I'm about to be like, and literally just shift and go on to Onion.
I do not hug.
Padamir does not hug.
No. We need to.
One of these days, Padamir.
No, we need to acquire this barrel of mints. No.
Do we need that more than honey? Well, maybe we find out what the mints do. Maybe the mints can get us the honey.
All right, you're inside. You have a chance to look around as you're kind of in this shaded little corner against this wall. And you see a really charming Christmas village. Imagine like a German Christmas village in reality, but tiny and so cute. Like, it is so cute, you're gonna die. There are so many like twinkle lights. There are so many Christmas trees. There are little shops lining this main street you seem to have popped out into. Lots of little shops. You seem to be in a sort of commercial shopping district. There are also sort of temporary stalls erected everywhere. All of the shops are open. You smell baked goods, you smell bread, you smell a lot of sugar, you see a lot of cookies. All of the stalls seem to be advertising honey cider, honey dipped apples, honey crumble, honey hot chocolate. and a lot of honey cookies. There are jam-filled honey cookies. There are frosted honey cookies. There are completely plain honey cookies that advertise sort of like the purity of the honey taste in those cookies. There
Are there honeyed
honey.
turkey legs?
Yes, there are honey glazed turkey legs. You see signs directing you. There's a sign pointing down this main street labeled market. There's a sign pointing, indicating that farther down this, deeper into the village, there are panels and workshops that can be attended on things like cookie decorating, cookie baking, best cookie kneading technique, various cookie frostings, all honey themed. They've gone hard on the theme. They've sort of adopted this TinselTok honey cookie craze, decided to lean in, and now here we are. They have all of the world's honey.
Do we see any signage that Santa's here?
Oh yeah, there is a schedule posted saying that the cookie off will begin at an hour before midnight. Santa will arrive at midnight. That is when the cookie off judging will be done, and the Santa's blessing will be bestowed.
Oh.
As you are sort of taking all this in, figuring out what to do, Sprig.
Hi.
You have been skulking around sort of the outer edges of this market, deciding sort of your best approach. Ember by your side, and you see entering 3 weirdos. Like the biggest, furriest, weirdest shaped yetis ever, or possibly some people who have really, really committed to cosplay. You're deeply confused by this until Ember leans over and goes, hey Sprig?
Yeah, Ember, we gotta talk.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can for sure talk. I want to point out 3 fucking bears just like wandered into the market.
Yeah, Ember, I'm 5 steps ahead of you. These guys look awesome. One of them's positively melting all over HoneyCon. They're dripping, their skin is dripping just like honey. It's like if you wanted skin that was honey, that would be it.
Yeah, that's a saggy oozy bear for sure. What's the play, Sprig?
You either beat them or you join them. That's the play. But they're awesome. I'm immediately on board with whatever they got cooking. You know, that's what, because we've been saying this, haven't we, Ember? HoneyCon,
Yep.
Christmas Town, the North Pole. We need a little disruption, a little creativity, a little think outside the box. I'm picking up what these.
They're bears.
Oh, they're bears. I'm picking up what these bears are putting down in a way that we haven't seen since the reindeer uprising 150 years ago.
Man, those were good times, Sprig. We could bring it back. I believe in you. I believe in us.
Well, there's nothing to it then. We've got to recruit these bears to fly Santa's sleigh. Right? Same page?
I don't remember that in the planning committee, Sprig, but I'm with you, and I will figure it out. He pulls out a notebook and a candy cane shaped pen and starts scratching things off of what looks like a plan and writing a new one.
Well, no, I'm just saying, I want you to understand, too, why I'm saying this is because the reindeer uprising, they uprose, and then we thought things were going to change, and then they just returned right back into servitude.
That's true, Sprig. We do live under fascism.
And so if reindeer won't transcend, couldn't bears transcend? So we actually need to put the bears in the stalls, hook them up to the sleigh, and ask them to overthrow the system.
I love this plan. I think it's foolproof.
All right, great.
So, I mean, just to recap, you wanna recruit the bears to help disrupt the cookie off and
safe space. That was a spitball. I can be flexible, but yeah, I want to use them in some way. I don't. They're not the quintessential people here at this con.
They break the mold, literally.
They march to the beat of their own drum.
They
eat from a different cob of corn.
Maybe we should just talk to him.
Yeah, maybe we should. ...
Okay. Padamir, Onion, and Pebble, you see approaching Sprig. What do you look like?
Okay, Sprig is like 2.5 feet tall, round of body, skinny of limb. Almost looks like if when toddlers draw guys, or oh my God, Jackie, you recently Little Miss Sunshine.
Yes,
it's like kind of like that.
Olive.
Yes.
Olive.
So a little bit like that, but more like real, like fleshed out.
Okay.
Really small, squinty eyes, probably from smiling a lot. Sprig is actually gives off a very confident and joyful and delighted air. Hat's always in a really nice tilted, cocked position, and lederhosen. She's definitely wearing some lederhosen. She's foregone the skirt of the lederhosen females to wear the suits, the pants suits of the lederhosen males. But it's not without frills and flowers and decor and embroidery as well. But yeah, definitely like an emerald vibe with some, what are these? What is this called? Plaid? But what's it? What is it?
Plaid?
You know what? No, it's like a very specific yuppie Hamptons art Garton. What is it called? What was it?
Tartan?
What did you?
Ascot.
Tartan.
Ascot?
Tartan.
Garton.
Yes,
Tartan
thank
is
you.
not. That's the Scottish word for plaid.
No way, really?
Yes.
Is it?
They were
Okay.
tartan. Yeah.
Tartan. Then.
Just
Oh my God! I just
offended all of Scotland.
I've only seen it in TV shows where people live in the Hamptons and wear tartan. For
Those
like their
hoity-toity
photos.
Scots.
Yeah. So
Checks out.
So anyway, that's what Sprig looks like. Oh, also, I think she's got just like this mane of curly red hair. Very Natasha Lyonne.
Ember is 3 inches taller than Sprig, and you would never guess it. He's just a little guy, and he doesn't look ahead of him. He looks at Sprig. He is following wherever Sprig goes. He wears little glasses that really amplify his eyes. His big elf ears sort of flop a little bit. His hair is sort of slicked back. He has sort of like a dusty brown hair. He's in sort of Christmas finery, but it's not super nice, and everything is a little oversized in a way that feels like he did it on purpose somehow. So he's just schlumping after Sprig.
He's a hipster elf.
And he will whisper as Sprig approaches the bears, "Sprig, should we be concerned? Should we be concerned? I mean, I think our badness level is getting pretty high."
You're scared about you think one more after 100 years of coal in our stockings, you think one more year is going to put us off the edge? Not today, Ember, not today. And besides, I think you're word enough for both of us.
Okay, well, you're probably right. It'll be fine. Little bead
Hello,
of sweat
Monfrere.
sort of trickles down.
Hello, Monfrere, or should I say Monbear?
Oh, that's funny because of our cosplay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about the ice eating cookie competition. How about you?
No, I'm not. I'm not excited about the Christmas competition, and I'll tell you why. It's pervading a sense. It's conflating joy and delight with absolute fascism and control. Okay, it's pervading a sense of Santa is the one and only martial state.
Yes. Santa's
I
the
like
worst.
you. This is what I have been saying.
I don't understand most of those words, but
Moral absolutism is never the answer.
Thanks, Ember. Anyway, yeah, I know I came in hard and fast with that information, but I got
Lots of fire.
And actually, don't tell anyone because it's incredibly inflammatory language. But I got to look at you guys from across the snowscape. And I said, whoever these bears are, or whoever these people dressed like bears are, because I don't know, they're different. They're different than the people in Christmas Town. And I gotta know them. So I'm coming out exactly with who I am. And if you want to arrest me or get me in trouble, then take me away.
Please don't.
I'm going to hide behind one of Onion's legs. I'm very confused and just a little overwhelmed.
Onion will kind of edge up to Sprig and put kind of a paw behind her back. No, we will not arrest you.
That's a big pat on the back. Ooh.
No, we like your fire. You came all this way to talk to us.
Yeah.
We are pretty inflammatory ourselves.
Everyone keeps using these big words. Can we speak normal?
We're bad. We're naughty. We're the worst of the worst.
We set a lot of fires ourselves as well.
Onion kind of looks at Ember, sensing the weakness in him, and just kind of gives his head a big, long sniff.
Oh, no, thank you. He's going to take his little pen and sort of push up his glasses and then sort of push back your nose a little and go, allow me to explain. I am Ember. This is Sprig. And we are against the fascist state within we live. Nope. We are against within which we live. Thank you, Sprig.
You were so close.
And
you're doing so good, buddy. You're doing so good.
We do not believe in the binary between naughty and nice that Santa has forced us to live within for hundreds of years. We do not believe we deserve coal in our stockings for breaking the societal mold, and we do not believe we deserve
to make cookies to be inhaled by Santa every year with nary a taste for ourselves.
Are you talking about the cookies with the honey in them?
This year we are.
Right.
Yeah, they decided to go trendy.
What have you done to receive coal in your stockings?
I mean, 150 years ago, we stoked the reindeer uprising.
That was fun.
Yeah, we brought an outsider in. We brought a guy named Rudolph in, and boy, was he was gonna tell the reindeer what was what. And you know how that story goes. He just joined them.
Huh. I have heard of this Rudolph. I did not know he was such a turncoat.
Well,
apparently everyone has a price.
I have a price. Sorry, I have a price, and it's honey. Can we talk more about the honey?
Oh,
yeah. I guess we can, but it's only the cookie of the year this year. We're talking about disrupting a whole system for years to come, for our legacy. But yeah, we can talk about honey. What do you want to know?
Because I just want to know where I can get it and why it's all here, and if we could take it from here to us and our
What is the honey system? Maybe we can disrupt this.
I see what you're saying. Step-by-step disruption as opposed to one big overhaul. Starting this year at HoneyCon. I like it. But your first question, where to get it? Well, Berlin.
Allow me to explain.
Yeah. No. I think it's going to be harder than you think.
Your average elf, or in this case, bear pretending to be in a bear costume, can simply
wait, pause,
honey.
Hold on. Ember, you just said something. Pause. Are you bears pretending to be bears in a bear costume? Is that what it is, Ember?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen and Polar. You are bears, and You have somehow convinced the idiot at the gate that you are elves in bear costumes.
How did you know this?
Because you are so clearly bears, sir. Also, I am the smartest elf.
Even with the hats?
Right.
I won't lie, the hats help.
Gosh,
Yes.
Ember, you figured it out. Wow.
You must truly be the smartest elf.
Maybe the most delicious?
What the heck?
Wow.
Wait, what just came out of your mouth?
Are elves delicious? Do they? Is that why it smells so strongly of honey?
Of
Oh, I
course.
just think you have some honey on your hands, maybe. That's all. It's okay.
I would really prefer if you didn't eat me, Mr.
Oh,
Polar
I
Bear,
also
sir.
would prefer that.
But there are plenty of snacks here. There's no need for eating with people. There are honey
well,
cookies.
you know, if you're after, like, the small fry, you could simply purchase or win honey. Of course, the best way to get honey here in the market is to play one of the games. That's what you'll need your tokens for. However, there is more honey to be had. Isn't there, Sprig?
Oh, yes. The big dump. That's what we call it. The big dump.
The Big Dump. That's
Tell
our
us of the
code
Big
name for the
Dump.
honey vault.
There is a vault.
Well, it's a barn, but the Big Dump is our code name for the vault, which is our code name for the barn they cleared out to store the vats of honey.
Right. Nobody would suspect with a
It's
name
near
like that.
Gingerbread Pavilion, the main stage in the center of town.
And everyone's guarding it because guess who gets it? Guess who gets the big dump? Santa.
It's Santa.
Right. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I thought so, but I was not sure, so I didn't want to.
Yeah, maybe should have paused a little longer. Pause.
Well, but also Santa Claus.
Claus.
Okay.
Oh my
So I'm seeing we
gosh.
are on kind of the same page here. So you help us. What we are here for is the honey. Okay. We are bears. We are here for the honey.
Sidebar. Wait, sidebar. Ember.
Uh-huh.
They want the honey for themselves.
That seems to be the case, yes.
We can't have that
That
happen. Yeah. That's not what we want to happen.
Well, no, we want to redistribute the honey and or our backup plan, flood the stage and ruin Santa's offering.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. But we want honey for all. These bears. Well, maybe we can. No, we're not. You can't hear us because I sidebarred.
Sure, we can save stuff away, but if somebody wants to
Can I roll to
spy,
hear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll to hear.
Yeah, I'll roll the spot. I'm a thief. I can be like,
Yeah.
that feels
I'll
criminal
roll,
to
go
me.
around
Roll
another
criminal.
onion leg.
Roll for criminal.
All Roll for criminal. I'm going to use my bear die. Oh, it's a 3.
So,
Oh,
maybe
I
guess
you're
I
gonna
can
move
hear.
a point.
Okay, you can hear.
Move a point Baron into criminal.
Okay. So the thing is, as long as the bears help us get to our goal, then we can carry out our own plan. But I do not want the bears to have all the honey. That's just taking out Santa, making a power void, and putting the bears in its place. Who knows what would happen then?
That's very perceptive, Sprig. You always have the best ideas.
Still, an enemy of Santa is a friend of mine.
That's true. Maybe we could work with them for now and betray them at the last possible moment.
All right, Ember. Give him a noogie. Yeah.
He sniffs your
Love
hair
you,
when you're not
man.
looking.
What? He sniffs my hair?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Ember, I love you. I love your brain. I love your beautiful
I love you,
mind.
Sprig.
Yeah.
Anyway, we
What
should
are the
go.
elves doing? Are they attacking one another?
Do you think the slightly taller one thinks the smaller one smells delicious? Because I
That's
think
what
the
I would-
slightly taller one smells
Probably.
delicious. Oh,
Right.
do you think
I
elves
mean,
eat each
they
other?
both smell delicious to me.
Hello, bears. Hello, cosplayers.
All right, we're back from the side bear.
Hello.
At a certain point, it will start to feel insensitive, the amount of puns that you are making. I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
All right. When that inflection point comes, I will be receptive.
Okay. So
we're in. Let's get to that honey,
Great.
man. And then if
Okay.
you guys want it, you can take all the honey you want. As long as it doesn't get into Santa's big pie hole maw.
Right, we certainly don't want Santa eating.
No.
Yeah, so why don't
all
you
right.
just show us which way to go? We'll follow you.
We will need to progress through the con because our target lies at the very center.
You know, I want to get there, and I want to get there as fast as we can, but it might be a timing thing. We might need to stake it out, and in the meantime, it sounds like you all are jonesing for honey. We might spend some cheer tokens on the way, get you a taste of the good stuff.
I like the good stuff.
Well,
How can we trust you? We trusted before on horse heist, and it didn't work.
The horses betrayed us.
Yeah, I guess I'll come clean. You can't. You're just gonna have to follow your instincts. But
I like that fire in you, slightly shorter one.
I would like it if you trusted us.
Okay, nobody trusts anybody. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, fine.
As you progress through the market section of this con, you do see several opportunities to spend your cheer tokens to win honey and honey-related things. You see a guess your weight in honey bears game. The prize is a pint of honey, which I'm going to tell you will give you about 2 doses of honey. It costs 10 cheer. There's a strength test. The prize is a honey lollipop, which is about 1 dose, and it costs 10 cheer. And there is a cookie decorating workshop, which will give you an entire, if you're successful, entire honey cookie decorating kit, which includes 3 honey cookies, a bunch of whipped honey frosting, some honey flavored sort of glitter to go on top, and that would be a full 3 doses of honey.
While we're looking around, I want to say to the other 2 bears, can we hide bark?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you? Sidebar.
Like go around the side of a tree. Sidebar.
Yeah. And I will explain to them what I heard. There were still some words I didn't quite catch, but basically, we can't trust them. We can't trust them. But also, we got cheer and there's honey, so we could do that part, and then just we just need to be on edge. We need to be on guard.
Are any of you keeping an eye out to see if Ember and Sprig are listening?
No.
That was a leading question.
No.
I can't see anything. They're so big.
Okay, well,
we're blocking. We're blocking.
Like, roll for this, but maybe we just hear you.
Sprig and Ember. Can you hear me through my 2 tons of fur? And
roll for. Make an argument. Do you think this is more criminal or more bear? What you are doing right now?
Bear.
Because I would say, I would say criminal, but
I'm rolling how thick I am.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
roll for thickness.
Oh, sure. Roll for bear.
I love that.
I'm so thick. It's a 1.
Awesome.
I am so.
You
thick.
are a plump winter bear.
I have not been eating honey, but I have salmon, I have horses, I have the other natural prey of grizzly bears, salmon or something. I eat very well.
You ate well in preparation for this journey, and you are a plump winter bear ready for hibernation literally as soon as we finish this heist. So Ember and Sprig may or may not have tried to hear you, but it doesn't matter because a very large grizzly is in their way and they're 2 feet tall. So, anybody want to win some honey?
Yeah, let's get some honey.
Right. Actually, no. Here, you do it.
Who was that? Who were you speaking?
You love games.
The elves. Or are you going to try to win it?
Oh, great. I'd love to, actually. Thank you. I spent all my
Wait.
cheer tokens already. Oh no.
On what?
Does somebody want to
On what?
roll? I couldn't find my dice because I'm a really good GM. Does somebody want to roll 2d6 for me? We're gonna find out
I
how
got
much cheer Ember has left.
I got a 4 and a 2.
Okay, Ember still has 20 cheer tokens. Here, Sprague, here. You take them. And he gives you his 20 cheer tokens.
Oh, thanks, Ember. It seems like this bear is also offering me cheer tokens. So if you want to keep yours and I take the bears.
Oh, that's so great. I'm so glad.
Yeah, then we can both have cheer tokens. And isn't that good?
Yeah. Yeah, he just kind of sadly pulls back his little hands.
Yeah, I'd like to try. Can I try?
Yeah. Oh, do you want to guess your weight in honey bears? Do you want to do the strength test, or do you want to decorate a cookie?
I want to decorate a cookie, but Padamir, did you have a request?
You said you had spent all of your cheer tokens. How did you spend them?
I guess my weight in honey bears like 100 times. It didn't even get close.
Okay, I will maybe take 10 tokens back. Just
so you get a chance to. Yeah, but I haven't decorated a cookie yet, and being on the naughty list, it keeps me from. I mean, sometimes I want the benefits of being on the nice list without the behavior required to attain that status.
Okay.
So anyway, I want to.
You should have that.
All right, I'm going to decorate a cookie. You know what? In light of you all and you putting your faith in me, whatever plan we may concoct together, I'm going to decorate a cookie and make it look like 3 bears wearing tartan fur conical hats.
Aw.
This is adorable.
What does
That is
tartan?
very specific. You cannot do my fez? Why not a fez? Why conical?
I only know how to draw this kind of hat.
It is like that. You just draw a line across the top instead of finish the cone.
I know. I am not a good artist. I know how to
You
draw
are not
like
Ember, I see. You are not
5
the smart
things.
yourself.
I am not the smart. Look, Ember has that superlative on me for sure. Ember's the best. Okay.
You sit down at this long table. It's covered in a beautiful sort of red velvet table cover. It's decorated with holly and ribbons, and it is covered in frosting and flour. I don't know, they didn't think this through at all. So you sit down on one of these long benches, and this very cheerful little elf woman just scuttles up right away with a tray all set out with all of the things you'll need. You can see her name tag says Nori Frostwick. All right, darling. Oh, I'm so happy to have you here. Why don't you sit right down, and you can just take this tray here. You see she's wearing a green coat. Almost everyone here is in red, but she's gone green, and it has gold trim. She has a garland scarf around her neck. She's sort of woven tinsel into her hair. Lots of just flour and frosting, and glitter and sparkles and sprinkles. She's already had a long day, and it's just getting started. But she is in it. Now, darling, this is exactly how you want to do it. And she starts, she tries to kind of go for your hands to walk you through this. Are you going to allow that? Or
yeah, I'll let her touch my hands. I'm going to let her touch my hands, and I'm going to go, Nori, you're being really nice to me. Hold on. This is me without the hat. It's me. It's me. It's Sprig.
Oh, hi, Sprig. Look at you getting into the spirit of things. We'll get that cheer level up. Don't you worry, darling.
Oh, thanks. Thanks so much.
If you don't, you know what happens.
Oh, there's the Nori I know.
Well, someone's got to remind you, darling, you can't all be cheerful all the time. You got to remember to put in the hard work of being cheerful.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to, last time you gave me coal, you didn't have to look so happy doing it.
I'll work on that, Sprig, dear. Anyway,
yeah, I'm trying to get my cheer level up
a little tighter, and just starts guiding your hands through like how to make a very clean line with icing, how to use the different piping bits on the end. We are going to have you roll. Let me go see what we're going to have you roll. Now, the thing is, I didn't give you any stats.
That's okay.
So we're going to pretend that you have a niceness stat and a naughty stat, which I almost did. So it's exactly like criminal and bear.
Yeah, great.
But you are starting with... Man, you have a long history. So you're starting with 2 nice and 4 naughty.
Yeah.
So roll a d6 and roll for nice.
And I'm trying to get meat or under.
Yes, you need a 1 or a 2.
Oh, but I got a 6.
So you tell me, what does it look like to get a 6 as Nori is attempting to guide you through this cookie decorating?
Well, I think there's a couple things that happen. I know this is very sprig coated, but as Nori's hands are upon mine, just alighted upon my supple hands, Ember gets a little jealous about it, and also tries to come in and get participate in like a stacked hands situation. It gets a little awkward. Obviously, Sprig is always going to side with Ember, but it turns into like a war of icing, and any icing that was in the bag is now like it gets squirted out all over the place, lands all atop in Nori's dumb, sparkly, tinseled hair, all over the fur of her coat. It's in there, and it's just a matted mess now. And it's also the icing. It was colorful, but because it's all mixed together, it's brown and gray now.
So
Whoa.
Ember tries to pull a ghost, and it ends in the wrestling match you've already described. And in a heated moment of Nori trying to sort of yank the frosting out of Ember's hand, she gets a sort of mottled, gross-looking frosting right in the face, right in one eye.
Yeah.
There's this moment where everyone kind of freezes. Nori takes a couple deep breaths. Oh, darling. You do make it difficult to keep one's cheer up, don't you? And she sort of starts wiping the frosting off her face. Well,
I don't say anything to her. I move away from the stand, and I actually tell Ember, "Good job, Ember. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not a good elf."
Sorry.
No, Ember, we're not nice elves. I don't know what I was thinking in the first place. Nori with her hoity-toity point of view about who she thinks I am.
Yeah, you're right, Sprig. I'm not a nice elf.
Well, neither am I. We're both not nice together.
Yeah, no, as long as we're together, Sprig, it's all gonna be okay.
Yeah, good move in there. I almost decorated a friggin' cookie. What? That's not me.
Yeah, we don't do that.
We don't do that.
What?
We don't do
I
that.
don't want that cookie decorating kit anyway.
No, we don't do that.
Okay.
Did you get the honey?
No.
You didn't see that? You didn't see the chaos that happened?
I don't know how to decorate cookies.
I think you should try. I think you do better than I would. Look, or maybe we should try something else. I wanted to try. I wanted to at least try, but turns out we're better as disruptors. We don't have to play their games if we don't think the game even exists.
Right. What if we just take the prizes?
Just eat the cookies.
Right.
I like you more and more.
What have we landed into?
I've definitely never eaten anybody, and I never would, and I definitely have never eaten elf. But if you are interested, I could eat the angry one. Just saying.
Of course.
Ember's gonna pull out his little
As a new thing.
taking notes. This is sort of plan
Yeah.
G.
Yeah, eat Nori. Yeah. All right. I love that. Thank you so much for volunteering. She means well, but gosh, she's a pain in my elf butt.
Do any of you wanna try a game? do you want to try decorating, or man, you're bears, you'd probably be good at the strength test, or do you want to guess your weight in honey bears? There's a certain irony there that I personally enjoy.
What is the strength test?
Yeah, you do the strength test. I don't think I'm very strong. I'm very small.
Compared to an elf, I think we are off the
That's
chart.
true. That's true. But still, I feel like you should do it because you'd be like so impressive, and maybe they'd give you all the honey.
Yeah, you look over, you can see the strength test from here. It's pretty small. It looks like one of those like hammer things where like you swing the hammer at like a carnival.
It's all in the
but
wrist.
it's elf-sized.
Do you want to do the weight one, Pebble?
Yeah.
So you see at the Guess Your Weight in Honey Bears stall, they've put on display these several pints of honey as if they're enormous, and to an elf, it's like that's like 3 gallons. That's a lot of honey.
I lick my lips, but like since my tongue is so long, it basically like licks all over my forehead.
On your weird pointy sun bear face.
Yeah.
And you see they also have stacked up all around the stall in a sort of more of a display way, like a more decor, honey bears, like squeezy honey bears like you get at the supermarket. And the game is Guess Your Weight in Honey Bears. There's a sort of platform, and almost like a mix of like, it's a cute wooden decorated platform with like garlands, and there's like beautiful painted like scrawling on it. But also it's like got like blinking lights, like it's also technology. And there's a barker whose name tag reads Starlight Holodancer. Step right up, folks, and guess your weight in honey bears. Get within a certain range, and you'll win a full pint of honey.
Onion gives Pebble a little shove.
I'll do another little like with my hat, and I guess I'll just sort of step up.
Aren't you cute? Step right on up. That's fine. We can measure you in your costume. You'll just be guessing how many honey bears your costume and yourself weigh.
I'm guessing I don't know numbers.
I'm going to have you roll for criminal because it's not very bear-like to guess how much you weigh in honey bears.
No, it is not. For 5. I've got 4 in criminal.
What? How many honey bears do you think Pebble thinks he weighs?
I think Pebble sort of looked down and has seen elves and other, fingered creatures count there before, and so he just went like that and just held up his paw. So he guessed 5.
Sugar, that's a great guess. Great guess. No win today. You're standing on this platform. He looks down in a sort of display that you can't see. His eyes go a little bit wide. My goodness, that costume must be heavy on you, honey. Because you weigh about 1,273 honey bears. That is the winner of the day. He rings a bell and he goes, however, you do not win any honey. It's more of a metaphorical win. So take that with you and let it bolster your Christmas cheer.
Pebble is just sort of like Pebble backs back and still trying not to give up the fact that he's a bear, but he is starting to fume because he can smell that honey. He's so close. Adamir,
right?
We should get some honey. This is getting painful.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking now that I've had a chance. I, with my incredible bear strength and size and magnificence, will create an amazing display for all of the elves and whatever else is here. And in the meantime, while they are so impressed by me, you go and take all of the lollipops.
I love lollipops. Honey lollipops. Yeah, okay.
I have heard
I
they
like
are
that
made of
plan.
honey, right? And then we can each have like 50 or something.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Wait, what's Onion gonna do? Did you say that already? I wasn't really listening.
I did not. Onion, what would you like to do?
I want to watch you, Adamir.
You will guide me in spirit.
During this, Ember, maybe we stake out the house where we're going later, the honey house.
Oh, that's a good idea, Sprig. Should we race ahead?
Yeah, we'll see y'all later, but I like your style.
Okay. Are you taking my cheer tokens with you?
Oh no, you can have them. You can have them.
Okay.
Obviously, this Christmas market isn't for me.
Yes, obvious. Thank you very much.
What was the plan?
Actually, it's such an impressive display of strength that I draw everybody's attention so Pebble can steal the lollipops.
I think Onion wants Pebble to feel like they're like doing the main action here, but is gonna try to run interference with their big body, like
Nice.
wherever Pebble's going.
Nice. Okay, Padamir, you lumber up to the strength test.
Yes. I dropped the cheer tokens on the snow.
Oh, you dropped your tokens there, darling. And this little elf scoops them up, assuming you didn't mean to throw them at his feet. And would you like to test your strength? Okay, you're a quiet one. Well, it's nice to see the Yetis off duty sometimes. You know what? We were prepared for this. I'm so glad you get to participate in the con this year. Bring it out! And from behind a curtain, an unnoticed curtain, rolls a much, much bigger strength test machine. Now, you step right up. Here's your hammer. He attempts to hand you a hammer that is about his size. He can't do it, so he just sort of gestures to it. You go ahead, take the biggest swing you can, and we'll see if you can ring that bell at the top.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to roll for bear. Roll for bear. This is a strength thing.
Yeah.
This makes sense to me.
Yeah. Padamir is unfazed by the new large strength thing. And his plan is to like pick up the hammer and like kind of, ham it up a little bit, bring it back, but then come down onto his paws, onto his front paws to like slam, basically how bears, I think, attack.
Yes, sure.
Right? Great. Okay, so I'm rolling for bear.
Onion's like doing a yell, holler, clapping. Demir!
That was a 5.
How'd it go? Oh, man, I thought this would go better.
I did too.
You slam your paws down and you just miss. Now, you're not used to aiming. The target isn't that big, honestly. And you kind of miss.
Yeah, this is like really embarrassing. So Padamir is gonna try to pretend like that was just like he was just like kind of warming up, and then grab the hammer again and try to do it again if nobody stops.
Oh, you're gonna have to pay for another. It's too late, and you're doing it.
Yeah, great. 3.
Hey,
that's a success.
Your big ass paws land on this sort of tilty device. And it shoots a sort of ball up this strength-o-meter, and it rings loudly, the bell at the top. And the little elf goes, "Hey, you did it!"
And I turn around and I like start to kind of dance with my hands up, guess raise the roof, and I'm like about to roar, and I kind of swallow it.
As he turns to get you your lollipop, what has been happening up until this moment? Let's pan to Onion and Pebble and see how that went.
Yeah, so I think when Padamir first went up to do the strength, I don't really understand how it works, but I've seen elves when they get excited. So I'm sort of just going to start like trying to run in between different elves and go like, rabble, 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 and just like point towards Padamir, just trying to like get energy up. But I don't know if it's going to work because like I don't know what they're saying when they get excited. And I'll also just sort of like create chaos. I'm going to take like 10 of my cheer tokens and just start like, almost if you're at like say you're at a drag show, you like have your dollar bills. I'm going to run up and just start like throwing. And after the first failed one, I throw like 1 or 2 more. And after that happens, I'm going to sort of scramble back over to where the one is with the lollipops. And I guess maybe ask Onion if they'll come with me, sort of be guard. Has the person manning the place with the lollipops, have they gotten distracted? Did my distractions distract? Should I roll to see how successful
Roll
I
for
was?
criminal.
Okay. Nope, that's a 5.
Okay, move a point into bear.
Yeah.
An onion
Okay.
try, seeing Pebble fail.
Yeah. I mean, Onion has free will. What's Onion been up to?
Onion's gonna kind of play act to bring this elf over to look at Padmir doing the hammer, but is actually gonna pretty much kind of lift him up and face him towards the hammer, or try to.
Oh, okay. Roll for criminal.
No, I got a 6.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
I start doing the running man.
So, Onion tries to pick up this elf, and he goes, no. They said at the gate, touching has to be consensual. And the Pebble is just saying rabble at people, and they don't know what that means. And it's a lot of chaos, but it's mostly making people look at you. Everyone is looking at you, but if you want, so what you do next, I can't stop you from whatever you try to do, but everyone is looking. And the man, having escaped Onion's clutches, is going to attempt to turn to the lollipops to scoop one up and give it to Padmir. Unless there's something you want to do.
No, I think if I can see everyone's looking at me, then I'm just sort of gonna.
Moment feels like it's passed.
I'll tilt my head again, and then run again behind one of Onion's legs.
A couple people kind of go like, "Whoa!" Like they don't know what the excitement was about, but they like that you're into what's happening. So this man is going to hand what to an elf would be a very large lollipop, and to you is not a lot, to Padmir and say, "Here is your honey lollipop. I hope you enjoy. Keep up the Christmas cheer."
I kind of just look at it and look at him. My eyes go like animal for a second.
Yeah.
And I take it and I walk away.
That is a very convincing costume.
And I eat the lollipop immediately.
Okay, that would move a point out of criminal and into bear, if that's a thing.
So because I
do.
succeeded the second time, I would have moved one into criminal, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm moving one back into bear, so I'm where I was. Got it.
Onion, did you want to do any of the competitions?
Where are the lollipops, Pebble? Onion?
What
happened?
I tried, but you failed that first time. And then apparently rabble doesn't mean what I thought it meant. And then, people seem to think I'm really cool and looked at me a lot. And I was trying to get them to look at you, and it didn't work. And so you got a lollipop though. So, it worked out. We're gonna get honey.
I did not have I needed a thing called consent, and I did not have it.
That's true. You should always have consent. Unless you're eating them, and then what are you going to do? I just need to be clear, though. I did not fail. I was simply warming up. All right.
Got it. Sorry. Okay. Should we go for the bigger things?
Does Onion want to try a game, or are we moving on with our lives?
If Onion wants to try a game, otherwise we should probably go meet up.
Onion has eaten all of their...
As you've been popping these peppermint candies like popcorn, you're kind of getting into this whole HoneyCon thing. Man, this village is great. You're just feeling really cheerful. Man, maybe Christmas is better than you thought it was. It's nice here, and man, you kind of just want to be nicer.
Only that big red Ago wasn't in charge.
Yes, he's very ugly. I agree.
But otherwise, this place is pretty good. It has so much honey. Everything's honey.
It smells so good.
Right, but they stole all of the honey.
Yeah, but also it feels good to just not be the smallest for once.
As a whole army of elf children singing carols runs by. They are the size of your paw.
Yeah.
And Onion, it's very hard not to join in the singing. You move out of the sort of market area of this con/village and into an area that is labeled with a sort of big, cute wooden sign, Baker's Lane. And you see, again, there are buildings that have sort of opened their doors and are being repurposed for this event, but there are also sort of temporary pavilions that have been set up, and you see a lot of people hard at work. You see a lot of bakeries in this area, just churning out a lot of cookies. You see people holding workshops on baking technique for the right Christmas cookie. Someone's holding a seminar on pairing the correct milk with your honey cookie. There are more decorating workshops. Lots going on, but this is also where people seem very hard at work for less of like a display or workshop purposes and more on their own projects. And there is an area labeled that this is the cookie off prep area. And just rows and rows of, imagine pizza ovens reused as cookie ovens set up, and people are churning out dozens. Some people are there seem to be going for quantity. They're doing like mass producing cookies, as one person shows. There are people who are doing a very detailed, delicate work on just a handful of cookies. They're putting all their eggs in a couple of baskets. So that's kind of the vibe in this area. It's a little more frenetic. It's a little more focused. Still very cheerful, still very active, but people here are working.
Are Ember and me, Sprig, are we looking for the bears now? Have we?
Yeah, I would
sussed out-
say in the interim, it was not difficult to look for the particular sort of storage barn.
dump house?
Yeah, the dump house, as we call it. We know its location. It is not far from the main stage.
Okay, and we were able to like get good information on that, and our mission now is to reconnect with the bears.
I'd say the information we have is that it is guarded. There are a couple of Yetis outdoors, and there was a sort of enterprising busybody elf with a clipboard outside the doors as well. As the bears enter this area, I'd say Sprig and Ember, we do spot them on account of how they're large.
All right, we appear behind you as you enter, and Sprig is like leaning up against a post, maybe the post that houses the sign of Baker's Lane, and she goes, "One does not simply walk into Baker's Lane. What the heck are you bears doing, just trompsing around? This is industry. This is the tip of the top. This is where the fascists' thrones are, and you're just walking in. Brave."
Yeah, but isn't it also where the honey is?
Yeah, but that's my point.
Did not you just come here to look for the honey as well?
Were we supposed to meet you here?
How should we have come in? Rolling?
I feel like the plan wasn't established.
Yeah, the plan wasn't established, but I could have. We could have done better with the plan. However, you're brave. Is what I'm saying.
Oh.
And we've been in here before. Yeah, we came to do a stakeout. We're a little sneakier than you. I'll be honest. Not
Impossible.
Okay. And yeah,
I don't know.
maybe,
Who are the ones who got into this convention as bears? I mean,
you're right. It did take a lot of deception and wiles.
Right.
However, we got into the con by doing nothing.
that's less
So you are
impressive.
a member
though. You
of this
see how that's
privileged
less impressive?
class you want to bring down, is what I'm hearing.
You want what?
You are a member of this privileged class that you would like to bring down, is what I just heard.
Unfortunately, yes. I am a member of it, actually. I mean, look,
Right.
Ember and I have gotten coal in our stockings for nigh on 100 years, full century, but they still accept us for who we are.
Right. Meanwhile, we have to masquerade as two of you in bear suits. Right.
Yeah, you're right. All
Mhm.
right. Smarts, wiles, bravery. These are all traits I think you should put on your resume. Well, before we go any further, then we should actually find a spot to talk privately, so that
Oh,
other elves don't start asking questions, and certainly not other Yetis.
If we just
I
found a
turn-
corner. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you say it.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if we just find a corner, Onion could just sit facing the room, and then we
Right.
could just sort of huddle there.
Right.
And Padamir is the thickest.
The thickest bear I've ever met.
There are probably alleys. They're elf-sized, but squeeze on in there.
Perfect.
And you're sort of you're
It's like
squeezed in an
Padamir on
alley.
one side,
Yeah.
everyone else is trapped inside, and then they're sandwiched by Padamir and
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. I back in. So,
You're in this little alley sort of between two baking stations. You see one baking station, there's a cute little name plaque that says Twig Palm Whistle. There's an elf woman there who's sort of perpetually dusting flour off her cheeks. She's wearing a chef's hat, but it's shaped like a cookie. And she seems very sweet, sort of twinkly eyes and red cheeks. And then you see a little elf child running by, reach up to try to touch her rack of cooling cookies, and a wooden spoon comes out of nowhere, and that kid just gets racked across the knuckles. The kid squeals a bit before running off.
That is a good
She
mother.
still has this placid look on her face, like that did not bother her at all. And she goes about her business. To your other side is, again, a little name plaque, Fern Candlebright. This is a younger elf man who is in cute little lederhosen, splattered with frosting and flour. One ear just constantly twitching, and you're not sure what that's about till you see an absolute vat of coffee that he keeps drinking out of. And he seems very hyper. He seems focused. He seems brilliant because he is churning out cookies like you've never seen anyone do in the 3 hours you've known about cookies. There are probably hundreds and hundreds of cookies on his table, as opposed to Twig's maybe a dozen exactly perfectly decorated cookies. You hear Twig say to Fern, Fernie, you're working too hard. You gotta focus. You gotta focus in. You gotta use that cheer like a laser. And Fern, on her other side, goes, thanks, Mom, but I think I've got it. And they just go right back to just so many cookies. So anyway, what are you up to while that little family tiff happens?
I'm gonna say, just as we're walking by, because my siblings bullied me a lot, and it really bothers me. So as we're passing whatever random kid that was, I'm just gonna drop a cheer coin in front of them, or a mint, whatever those things are. I'm
You hear a
down to
little,
4.
and this kid just looks absolutely delighted. They kind of look around, scoop it up. They're just holding it like it's so precious, and they run off. So you definitely made their day.
We should have given the child the coffee, is what I think.
That stuff smells horrible.
If you want to sow some discord, I know. It smells disgusting. But that is why the elves drink it, no?
It just puts some hair on his chest.
Oh, he'd look so much better.
That's true.
Exactly.
The child would look better with hair on his chest.
Everyone looks better with hair on their chest. You look crazy right now. Have you seen
Hair
yourself?
everywhere, actually.
So gross.
Oh, I see. I thought, never mind.
Because you're not a bear, and so you look ridiculous.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Those are and those are things that maybe I understand, and maybe you think them and don't say them.
Yeah, those might be some inside thoughts.
I've never heard of such.
Do we find a place to huddle using?
Yeah, you're in an alley that is being fully plugged by Padamir's ass, so yeah, you're good.
I'm glad I caught you. First things first. Any successes? Any successes in the trials and tribulations of the cheer fun carnival?
I won a
Yes.
single lollipop, so no.
I learned the difference, but that there's more than this many. So that was a big day for me.
In just in general, there's more.
There's more than this many.
Yeah.
I see you guys. You're doing numbers. There's some where there's a lot.
Okay,
That's
I'm
all,
gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna blow your mind, Pebble. You've got this
Okay.
many, right? And you know there's
Yeah.
more.
Well,
Did you
now
know?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got them too.
Is
You've
that
got
how
more
much
than
I
this many.
weigh? Is that the number they said?
I wasn't there, so I
Oh.
can't speak to that.
Oh.
But maybe I can. No.
Do you think could we steal this many honey? Do you think?
Oh,
Yes.
we are gonna get so much more than that many.
I'm gonna. I pull up my feet. This many?
Yeah, even more. And I'm glad you're sitting down for a couple of reasons. Yeah.
Well, I'm even more excited now.
But I gotta say, Ember, I'm happy that these bears, they didn't do well in the silly games that they have at HoneyCon, because you know what that means? We're even more aligned than I thought. Those games are designed for people who toe the line, who do
That's
everything
right,
that's
Sprig.
right,
We don't play by their rules.
and we don't play by their
Right.
games.
I cheated, so I agree.
Oh,
All
well done,
right,
sir. I tip my hat
give
to
me
you.
paw. Give me paw.
Who? Oh,
I like touch one claw to your tiny ass hand.
Oh, cool. Well, we weren't idle, me and Ember, during this
Right.
time.
What did you discover?
Well, we were staking out the place, the big dump house, where all the honey lives, where all the honey, the main honey dump is. And that's,
We want.
yeah, the big dump house, where the big dump honey dump. Honey dump.
it's the code name. What's so funny?
It's good. And we found out there are guards and guards of Yetis around around the perimeter, just like would be expected. And what else did we find out, Ember?
Well, it's guarded by Yetis. There also seems to be someone in charge of the place. Cookie Snowbell.
Oh,
Cookie.
I know.
Is she? Wait. Is this another
She's the
cookie
worst.
that we can eat?
No. Oh, well, I don't know if that should be plan A. Cookie Snowbell is a suspicious busybody who doesn't trust anybody. I don't know how his cheer meter is so high. He seems to be in charge of security this year, and he's posted up right in front of the dump house. So, we got to get past him, get past the Yetis, and see what they got going on in there.
All right.
it
Can
also
we
seems to be locked.
Ah.
Well, yes, there's also that.
Mhm.
I have a thought.
Mm.
It seems like some people have sort of mistaken us for Yetis. Do you think? I mean, Sprig, Emerald. Do you think maybe we could pretend to be different sized Yetis? Would that be a way we could get in?
You've already pretended to be two elves in a bear suit.
Right.
Might as well
You're
go
like-
for Yeti.
Experts at this by now.
One question: would we have to lose the hats?
Oh.
Do you want to lose the hats?
Obviously not.
Yeah, I think you'd have to lose the
Absolutely not.
hats. Yetis are notoriously not hat wearers.
Oh
I
man.
mean, look up at the wall. They don't have a stitch on. It's lucky they're so hairy.
Yeah, they don't wear anything but their fur.
Is there something wrong with that?
No, I'm just saying they don't wear hats.
That's true.
We got to put our hats somewhere safe. I'm not giving up my hat.
I am not taking off my hat. What are you talking about? And do we really think that we can convince Yetis that we are also Yetis? Like elves,
I don't know.
we
Are
have
they
the
stupid?
smartest one here, but
Yeah.
a Yeti, I don't think.
I
You
think
know?
you can convince them. I actually
You
do. I do. Yetis are dumb. They're dumb. They're very aggro, but I think you have a fighting chance. Ember, you're the brains of this operation. What do you think?
I don't know, Sprig. I think we should go with the Yeti plan.
All right, me too. Gosh.
Always on the same page, me and you. Till the
Yeah,
end.
Till the end. That sounds so dire, but yeah, for sure.
They do tell those stories, about what happens to elves who are too naughty for too long. And I just have
They
this
do.
feeling lately.
Well, they use the metaphor on a scale. You stack coal on one side, and on the nice side you stack coal until it's a balance. But if you stack too much coal, there's an inflection point where the coal sinks down on the naughty side, and there's no balance left to redeem you. But
I mean,
Ember, we've been stacking naughty for 100 years, 150 years. Today, you think is the day? I don't think so.
you're right, Sprig.
We brought Rudolph, and he is a little stinker into the mix, and that was the worst thing we've ever done in our lives.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Okay,
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay,
Right.
Yetis.
So Yeti plan. Here's the thing. The Yetis are actually controlled by elves. Wow. Is that surprising to you in the state of affairs, in this economy? Are you kidding? In this climate? Yes, that's true. The elves control Yetis. So we'll be 2 elves who are bringing more Yetis to be guards.
I am curious. What do we do once we get inside? We are inside. I mean, we will eat the honey, but there will be perhaps more honey than we can eat.
How do we get the honey out? Without our hats? Oh.
They're stored. Don't worry about that. We'll get there. When we get there, I'm sure there will be a way. But I will say they're in barrels. So rolling barrels of honey, it's going to be easier than you think.
Okay.
I have a question. I heard you talk a lot about this Rudolph guy. Are you guys still in cahoots with Rudolph, or is he
No.
fully switched over to Santa's side?
He's a sellout.
He is a sellout, but I like where your mind is at.
I'm just wondering if we could get the reindeer as part of this rebellion, like you tried to do 150 years ago, we'd have a better shot.
Gosh, what do you think? What do you think, Ember? Is it worth repeating a little bit of a plan from 150 years ago?
I'm not against it. I will say, they're not in town today. They don't show up at the village until midnight when the cookies are to be judged.
Oh yeah, they fly Santa in and then they're here. I think it's a really good. Oh my, and honestly, wait, I'm just thinking when Santa's here, he's got a sack that just makes lots of space. I mean, he's got a whole village in his sack.
Extra dimensional space, yeah.
So we could put honey in there too.
We could take the dump into the sack.
Oh my God.
We could put the dump into the sack.
You're learning the code. You are moving into Baker's Lane. I'm assuming you pop out of the alley.
Yep.
You're approaching sort of the center of town, which has been turned into sort of the main stage of this convention. It's a very large pavilion in really beautifully scrawled wood. done in the style of a gingerbread house, but round. It has been a stage has been prepared, sort of right in front of this pavilion area. People are already sort of gathering and claiming a good seat, even though you've probably got an hour or two. It's getting late, but you've probably got an hour or two until uh, Santa shows up to judge his cookie competition, and you see there's sort of a flurry of activity. Elves dressed in still festive, but you see little headsets, you see little clipboards. You hear a squeaky little elf voice going, "Pip, Pip. I just want to let you know, just did my rounds in the market. Everything is uh, just going so smoothly. So much cheer. The meters are off the charts. This is going to be our most Christmas cheerful year ever." And this man you assume is Pip, a little old elf man, tiny little glasses on a bulbous nose, big elf ears, tufts of silver hair, big, like, a green Santa hat. He's in a very fine looking version of festive Christmas clothing. Everything is sort of velvet. There's little bits of like leather trim, there's little bits of fur. He looks busy. He has three clipboards stacked on top of each other and a quill in his hand, and says, "Yes, yes, thank you, Sprinkle, for letting me know. Let's Pepper. Have you heard from our security detail lately?" And a woman you assume is Pepper, who looks for all the world like the Midwestern mom version of a Christmas elf, except her eyes are glowing. And she also has a tiny little uh, cookie themed tiara, like silver and gold tiara, sort of perched in her
Cute.
permed, bleached hair. And she says, "Yes, Pip. Every cookie let me know that everything is fine at the barn, and no need to worry. I will keep checking in with him just so we can be sure. I can't imagine anyone in this lovely village would dare to cross us. So don't worry, Pip." And Pip is like, "Yeah, okay, thanks, Pepper. Uh, I'm not worried, but thanks for checking in." So they're that's what's going on at the stage. You could tell they're sort of ramping up. Some of the bakers who are maybe showing off about how fast they got done are already bringing their cookies to the stage, and sort of setting up their display. There are dozens. There are dozens of spots set up, with a few of them being filled with competitors uh, to see whose cookies Santa likes best. Ember will say to you, "Now, Sprig and I checked this area earlier, and the area where the honey is being stored is just past the stage. Um, it's just on the other side there." And as he's saying this, uh, the doors he is pointing to open. Uh, a big barn door sort of swings open. There's a sort of glow of golden light. Several elves are carrying out the biggest beehive you've ever seen. It is so much bigger than an elf, which is why several of them are carrying it on a sort of tray. And they are moving toward the stage. The barn door swings shut behind them. You watch a business-looking little elf lock it back up, flanked by two yetis. And these elves carry this enormous beehive onto the stage. And you hear Pep say, "Now be careful there, be careful. You don't want to drop the queen's hive. It is sort of the star of the show today. I can't believe we were able to get it. We don't want the queen to get rattled around in there." And so that's on the stage now. You see your original goal past the stage. You see whatever has just been brought to the stage. What's up? What do you want to do?
I want to ask Sprig and/or Ember, what's the hive thing? What's that? What is? I've eaten those. That's where honey comes from. Do you know why they have one of those?
They were not satisfied with just stealing the honey. They had to steal the bees as well.
Are they
Yeah.
gonna eat them? Does that mean no more honey?
No, well, correct me if I'm wrong, Amber, but I think that's just decoration. That's to ensure they
they're
can
showing
continue.
Yeah.
It's like a centerpiece, so they can. It ultimately is like, look at my nice machine I've got that creates more honey. It's a centerpiece up for the stage. It just looks cool.
So what
Wow.
happens with all those cookies? Does Santa eat the cookies?
You don't want to know. We don't talk about it.
We're gonna see it, right?
It looks rough if we're being real. It's kind of a whole eldritch abomination
disgusting.
situation. It doesn't look nice.
It's horrific.
Does he have like a really embarrassingly short tongue?
What counts as an embarrassingly short tongue?
I mean, basically anything shorter than one I have. I mean, because mine is like the smallest of my families. And again, I'll like lick my eyebrows.
Ugh. I mean, then yes.
I'll just say he starts off with an embarrassingly short tongue, but I've said too much.
Yeah, it sounds pretty gross. I don't think I want to know more.
Yes, okay, the hive is very nice. It's very fancy. They got the queen of all bees, mother of all honey to come to the show. Good for them. Let's not worry about it. Let's stay on target.
Stay on target.
I feel like we need to save the queen also.
I will say, I think they intend her to just be a sort of spectacle, but I wouldn't put it past the man to just go ahead and eat her.
He'd eat her? How? In the
I don't know.
hive too?
Maybe.
Yeah.
How could that fit inside his mouth? Is he huge?
You don't want to know. We keep telling you.
Wait.
He must be even bigger than Onion.
You say that like he's very huge.
He has
He
a
can eat that
particular
much.
set of skills.
Yeah. Does he bite them all
is
down
true.
into small pieces and then go like that? That sounds pretty gruesome.
It is similar to the way you're describing it, but when you see Santa Claus, he'll look just like the normal Santa Claus you'll expect. And then
the horror starts.
The horror starts is what happens.
Once you see the darkness within, it never leaves you.
Yeah.
Are you all right, Ember?
Do you want to go steal some honey?
Yeah, I do.
Let's go steal some honey.
Okay.
But actually, Onion asked a really good question. Are you all right, Ember?
Yeah, Sprig. I'm all right, as long as I'm with you.
Okay. He's all right.
But Sprig, you don't feel a sort of creeping darkness within, or like a sort of dissolution around your toes and fingers, or anything like that? No? None of that?
Every Christmas a little bit, but it's faded over time.
Oh, that's good for you, Sprig. It's good to know you'll still be out there somewhere. Let's go steal some honey.
Okay.
Let's go steal some honey.
I guess we approached the barn. Did they lock it again? The barn doors?
It's locked. There are 2 Yetis, and Cookie is outside.
Okay. Well, Cookie. 2 Yetis. I don't think that's nearly enough to protect the honey vault.
Oh, that's a good name, Sprig. Also, what do you want?
Well, I just have 3 more Yetis to add to service in the honey vault.
And now would be the time. I guess all of you roll criminal. It's not very bear-like to pretend to be Yetis.
Criminal? Oh no, we're all really bad at criminal.
Hey, I gave so many opportunities for somebody to do something about that.
I did too.
Hey!
I got a 2.
I kept thinking about what our plan was and how we really didn't have one. And how could I flash back to a plan?
It could have been a flashback to how we got the
This
hats.
is the, hey, no,
Which was the
this is the
beginning
story
of-
now. We will make it work somehow. Well, Shannon, how did it go?
5.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay.
got
I'm going to
5.
need you to move a point out of criminal and into bear.
Right.
You are going to have to get creative about how to force Onion to have a flashback to a plan.
Okay. So do we see anything happen to Onion as they turn full bear?
Well, Onion, you tell me. What happens when Onion goes full bear as they are attempting to appear as Yeti-like as possible?
Are the doors to the barn open or closed?
They are closed.
They're closed. Is the barn red?
Yep.
Onion feels so close. It's just one-upping Santa on something, anything. Seeing this big, dumb, red dump barn. Onion just keeps on thinking about how, Sprig keeps talking about getting coal every year as if that's the worst thing that could happen. Where Onion always gets an onion every year. No explanation, just a GD holly jolly onion. And Onion just gets so angry, so close, and this little cookie elf is in her way. And all of these elves smell so good.
Onion, you rampage. You can't not.
Just full height. You want me to stand on 2 legs? Sure. Onion will. Starts looming over to go and try to grab. No consent, doesn't ask for it, to get this cookie elf.
Sure. I would say roll for bear, but you can't fail. What do you want to do to Cookie? Do you want to eat Cookie? Because you can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try eat cookie.
Okay.
You're not
I
going
mean,
to try.
Cookie's 2.5 feet tall, and you're a polar bear. I think Cookie's gone.
His name is Cookie.
Onion, as they attempt to stand up on their hind legs, the rest of us see him just fall back down to all 4, and then we hear the sort of chesty rumble, and that grows out of their maw until it's just a growl, a screaming polar bear growl, and a giant paw, bigger than Cookie, swipes, slicing across his belly. You barely have a moment to witness the carnage of this before Onion's mouth unhinges its jaw and just straight down over the top of Cookie, and with a crunch and a snap and barely a scream, Cookie is no more, and there is a festive red spatter on the ground. There is just a moment of shocked, frozen horror before the Yetis go, "Hey, what are you doing?" And remember, they're not even armed. They're just Yetis. So they're going to attempt to restrain you, but you are rampaging. Would you keep fighting or would you run?
I think Onion try to boulder into the barn, get what they came here for.
Padimir, Pebble, you see what has occurred. You understand the state Onion is in because you have to fight it all the time. Do you interfere? It was way too fast to interfere before now, but do you interfere in this moment as Onion seems to be attempting to just brute force into this barn?
I think at least Pebble at this point, it's serving our purpose. So no.
Okay.
Padimir would like to help and also sprint for the barn.
Oh wait, I think Pebble, because Onion would never let him do this in just when Pebble is a little bit more sentient. Pebble's going to take this opportunity to scramble up on Onion's back, unless Onion throws him off, which he totally might, or they totally might. But I am going to sort of like
focused.
ride them into battle.
You can. You're the size of Pebble's left front paw.
Yeah.
So
But unless they like throw me off or are against it. Yeah.
okay.
It's got really grippy
Sprig,
loose skin.
Ember is looking to you with a deeply horrified look on his face. What do you do?
Yeah. Ember, this is our time. This is what we wanted the reindeer to be, but they didn't have carnivorous teeth. And sprinting behind or right next to the bears. Let's go, Ember!
Okay. you smack into the door, and it crashes inwards. It can't cut. It's a barn door, all right? The lock is now irrelevant. However, the lock was enchanted, so you have essentially failed to pick it by smashing it. And a sort of freezing cold mist begins to pour from this lock before you even have a chance to witness what is within this barn. This cold, icy cold mist spreads, and it is going to climb up the limbs and within the nose and sort of get within the lungs of each of the people that just crashed into this barn. I guess roll for bear to resist the paralyze that this is gonna do. Sprig.
Would you say that Onion perhaps has advantage because they are a polar bear? And this seems icy?
Yeah, they're also at 6 bear. I don't. This feels broken.
I succeed.
I succeed. Default.
Shit. Pebble.
I got a 2, which will work for, I assume, for bear. So it works.
Okay. You have been, all of you are used to very cold weather. You've been traveling in the frozen tundra on the little top of the world for like a while. This mist has got nothing on you. Sprig, it's going to be real difficult for Sprig and Ember to resist being paralyzed by this. You have an opportunity. How are we going to do this? You have an opportunity before you feel the paralysis setting in, and you see the same happening to Ember. You can do something to help yourself, to help Ember. You can try to use this last bit of motion before you are paralyzed to help the bears in some way to make sure the plan goes off without a hitch. Right?
And let's be clear, like, so it is a gaseous thing that's I'm gonna inhale it.
It's
and
a gaseous thing.
Freeze my insides.
Yeah, unless you do something about it right now.
Yeah, have I seen it before?
I'd say maybe about 150 years ago, when you broke a bunch of rules and broke into some places, and yeah, you've seen this before. It doesn't kill you. It's just gonna, basically freeze you until you get.
Okay, I'm gonna give Ember a Heimlich to force air everything out of his mouth.
Okay, you.
At the same time, because I know, he's got an inhaler, he's got seasonal allergies. I'm gonna take a tuft of one of the bear's fur and rub it into his eyes to force him to sneeze while I'm Heimliching him.
Ow! This rules, man. Why do I even make plans? You're using this last bit of movement to help your friend, and yet this selfless act is in defiance of this village and of Santa. And suddenly that feeling that, God, what's my name? That Ember was describing to you, you've been shoving it to the back of your mind for years. You've been ignoring it for so long. That tingle in your fingertips, that lack of feeling, that hollow feeling within. And you sense yourself beginning to unravel, even as you save your best friend's, your partner's life, as he looks up with you in terror.
Do I get to do the Heimlich at least, though?
Yes. Ember coughs out this cloud of gas and is saved from the paralysis, but that was the one thing you were able to do. Now Ember is watching you unravel. Is there anything you want to say to Ember in this moment?
It's happening. Ember. Ember.
No. Sprig, I don't know what to do without you.
No, I was too naughty. I was too naughty.
I still have... And he reaches into your pocket and he pulls out some peppermint candies. You watch him as he does this. He begins to unravel as well. The naughtiness is just too much. He has this handful of peppermints. It's cheer, Sprig. Do we go out together? Or do we live another day?
What would we have to sacrifice to stay? It sounds like you're
Well,
saying that I would have to
morals
choose.
And values and...
Yeah, I would have to choose being nice. Nice.
Yeah.
The worst of all of it. I can't do that. Look, you're my friend. And I'm your friend. And
yeah, I get that. Yep. Heard it.
And friends don't let other friends be inauthentic. Look, I know we were gonna betray these bears together, but the naughtiness caught up with us sooner. Bears, you gotta take down the Santa Enterprise. The Santerprise. You gotta do it. And remember, maybe Pebble was right. Maybe Rudolph could see the light. And maybe this time the light won't be red. Maybe the light will be white that stands for freedom. It's worth a shot. We weren't going to let you have the honey because we were going to divide it up so everyone could have honey. And we were going to deluge Santa and make him drown in it. We were going to smother him in honey. We had plans for the honey. That's the only reason we weren't going to let you have bear time with the honey.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think our sort of humanist mission would have outweighed the naughtiness, but Santa's rules are Santa's rules.
Yeah, they are.
We're gonna say the unraveling began at the feet, so we can still talk.
Yeah, we're still... Anyway, look.
Man, this is taking longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, me too. It's weird. I feel... It's like when you go to leave and you're like, oh, I'm going this way. And then the other person's like, yeah, I'm going this way. And you're like, oh, shit. Now I have to think of other things to talk about. But anyway, Ember, the one thing I do want to talk about is we had a good run. There's no one I would have liked to go out with other than you.
I was going to say the same, Sprig. And just because friends don't let friends be inauthentic. He sort of lays his hand out, hoping you'll take it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sorry about this. I love you, Sprig. And he sort of... That's your last moment as you turn to Christmas magic dust.
And Sprig's last words were, whoa, what? You can put it on her.
And it is silence and stillness as two piles of glittering silver snow sit on the wooded floor of this barn. That all took a couple seconds, so the Yetis have yet to barge into the barn. Does anybody have a plan?
Is there any way we can close these doors now that we're inside? Can we sprinkle the magic dust of Sprig and Ember on the cracks and they repair?
I really like that idea. Man, I'd say the door itself, I mean, the weak point would have been the lock. It would have just been the lock that burst open. I'm trying to justify this as if I'm not God. Yeah, you could close the door and you could sprinkle the dust on it. And we're maybe going to roll for criminal to see if that works. Because you are going to have to hold these shots. Yetis try to get back.
Thanks so much for having me, guys. Really fun to play with
Thank
all
you,
of
Amy.
you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, bye, friends.
Can I be unbear raged? Is that possible?
You're gonna need some help. You're gonna need some help from some people.
Okay, cool.
With the door locked and secured, I put Pebble's cowboy hat back on their head, and all of our hats back, and start to talk about, remind Onion of the hat heist, where we got these hats and how we pulled it off like criminals, but also bears. But criminals is the important part.
And as you do that, because I'm still on Onion's back, I'm gonna be like, and remember, we didn't think we were going to be able to do it. But then once we had the hats on our heads, we felt just so much like more than what we had been before. And it's part of what inspired us to do this. We learned all the honey was going away. And just trying to add a little bit more remember.
The Onion is kind of bucking around, trying to figure out where the next elf is to eat, and had their eyes on Ember and Fig. Oh my god,
Sprig.
Wow, they just died.
I know. And it's angrily sniffing this magic dust, while these words are floating through their head, and you just can feel the cowboy hat back on their head, and how much more structured and people she had felt when they'd first put on the cowboy hat.
And you can move a point from bear into
Yay!
Pebble?
Yeah. Onion, are you there?
Why are you on my back?
Oh, I'm sorry. And I'll scramble back down. Sorry, it just in the moment it felt powerful, and you were breaking in. I'm sorry. Never again. Sorry.
I mean, you are right, but
it was pretty cool.
you're full. Kind of sleepy.
You ate the cookie, so that makes sense.
The biggest cookie of all, really.
And now I turn around to look at what is in this barn.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is in this barn?
turn, and you see as Yetis sort of throw themselves against the door behind you, attempting to get in and break it down, held at bay by the last vestiges of magic that previously made up your temporary allies, Sprig and Ember. You see barrels and barrels and vats and buckets and jugs of honey. Pebble, you almost can't breathe. That is how thick the smell of honey is in this room.
It's but I'm making that face that Homer Simpson makes, where he's drooling. He's like, ah. Is that too old of a reference? Am I too old? Okay.
Sorry, buddy.
That's all right.
Yeah, you see a lot of barrels. You see... Yeah, they're clearly filled with honey. Some of the lids are open with a scoop sitting on top. They've been actively coming in here and getting honey for stuff.
Where's that big red guy's sack?
Right.
I don't think that shows up till he shows up.
Right. So we just have to hold out for 1 to 2 hours until he appears. No problem.
It's been some time. We'll say less than an hour. Sure.
Okay. So should we just plan to ambush him the second he arrives? Should we let him start eating cookies and then...
Well, You see, I wonder, we have created this disturbance now. Is he not the, supreme authority in this place? So everybody will tell him, no, and he will have to come, deal with the problem, himself, right? And then we either eat him, or we charge past him, or we... Oh, you know what? We set up a barrel on the doors, so when he opened the doors, the barrel falls on him, and full of honey, of course, a sacrifice of honey, but it must be made. And then he is stuck. And then we go get his bag, we put all the rest of the honey in there, the Yetis will run free, no problem, right?
The smashing sound outside the barn doors gets louder, and you begin to hear the splintering of wood.
Onion, seeing Padme with this elaborate plan, has another flashback of their initial
Excellent.
plan. They were all sitting at a table, and Pebble had asked Padme what we were going to do, to which he answered, "Get inside, get the honey." And Onion feels a sense of pride. So proud of Padme. He's come so far.
Nova point from bear to criminal.
Puts a hand on his back.
Right. A complicated situation calls for a complicated plan. No, you know what? I sit up and I wait. I wait for the Yetis to bust through. And I'm waiting until, the doors come in. I'm on at my full height, yeah. And I will eat some honey as well.
Yeah, we both will, yeah.
But I will, with my size and presence, terrify them and send them running until Santa comes.
Anyone who wishes to can eat all the honey they want and move a point from criminal into bear.
I do not want to do that.
I was at 4 criminal.
Hey, I do like the idea of a fully criminal Padamir, but this is fine too.
Yeah, can I eat 2 doses worth?
Yeah. Okay. There is several bears' lifetime supply of honey in this room.
Okay.
There is a crashing, splintering sound, and probably a dozen Yetis begin to pour into the room. What are you doing?
I wait till they're really close to me, and this whole time I'm filing my nails as I'm waiting for them to come in. And they come in and start to surround me, and I go, "Ask me how many hours I'm awake during the day." And I'm still filing my nails.
Roll for criminal to see if they care about this.
I'm trying to terrify them. It's gonna be terrifying in a second. Criminal, I fail. I have a 2 in criminal. I just did that.
No one in this village has weapons, so they're just Yeti, but they are going to start moving towards each of you to see. They do have manacles. They're going to they seem like Yeti-sized manacles. They're going to try to put manacles on you guys. Who wants to try something next?
I'm going to try. I'm going to say, "I'm so sorry, Onion. I know we had an agreement." And I'm going to run up Onion's back and jump and Bunny from Monty Python Holy Grail, try to start jumping from Yeti to Yeti, tearing at their throats.
Excellent. This feels very bear to me.
Bear. So. Okay, so I succeeded. It was a 3.
I was getting there.
You succeeded. Okay. Wow, you did it. You run up Onion's back, you flying through the air, you land on a Yeti, tear out his throat. You're jumping to the next one. Some other Yetis are going to start grabbing at you as they scream in terror. You are half their size. Onion, what are you doing?
Onion is follows Pebble jumping over their head with their eyes and goes for the first Yeti that goes for Pebble with a big hug. And just says, "Do you consent?"
What were you trying to make this? Bear? I mean, it's a bear hug.
It's a 5, which is over.
Move a point into bear. Rob.
Not
We
doing
need more
good.
flashbacks.
I'm too sleepy.
Well, it's a good thing you did 2 flashbacks.
Okay. I throw my nail file away and I go, the answer was going to be a file on my claws for the majority of the day so I can rip your fucking throat out. And I'm gonna bear on them.
Okay, now roll for bear and roll 2 because you're terrifying. Onion, you've got
Ooh, that's
they've got
good.
1 paw and a manacle.
I succeed, but only because I got up to bear 5. I rolled a 6 and a 5.
Okay. Another Yeti down. You guys, you are working your way towards the door. You're not going to be able to kill a dozen Yeti. I'm going to tell you right now. But
Since my move is terrify, though, could I have done that in such a ferocious way that, like,
For sure.
Since I succeeded, they scatter?
I'd say several of them sort of fall back.
Get out.
Yeah, you could probably muscle your way to the door at this point. But Onion has 1 paw and a manacle, so Onion is going to have to roll for bear to see if they can yank that manacle out of a Yeti's hands.
4, which is under.
Great. Yes, you now are dragging, like, you have a manacle around one wrist and the other sort of dragging behind you. There are a solid, I'd say, 9 Yetis left, and they just keep pouring in.
Onion is gonna like grab at Pebble with their maw and toss him back onto their back. And,
Oh, this is a thing now.
Oh, Badmer. Badmer! Rush out the door! Forget this fighting, let's go! And Onion goes as the fastest bear at, I think it's like 25 miles an hour or something.
Oh my god.
Runs.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock over a couple of barrels and roll them at the Yetis, and then like run and leap and try to, I don't know, try to get out the door.
Just come and follow
So you
my
are
wake.
leaving. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you want to grab a bucket?
Yeah, I'm trying to roll some out and like trip them and stuff, but yeah, you lead the way.
You want to do the circus thing where you're on top of the barrel?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I do. Dancing bear.
I might need a roll for that, but I have no idea what to make you roll.
Is that bear or is that
bear
criminal?
criminal.
What do you want it to be?
Bear.
Because it's not that bears would never do that, because they could clearly be trained to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Succeed.
Okay. I'd say you even bowl down a couple Yetis on your way out, rolling from this barrel.
Yeah.
How are Pebble and Onion exiting this barn?
Well, I'm on Onion's back.
Onion is brute forcing through as an enormous, retired enormous polar bear that can reach.
Oh yeah, you're the driver. You should have been driving this thing.
I forgot how fast polar bears run, but they're the fastest bear. It's just tries to pick up to as fast as they can go to try and barrel through, weave through these.
And I think Pebble, with his hat full of honey, is using his tongue to like get scoops of it, and then like I feel like he can sort of unroll and spit it, and he's trying to spit it in the eyes of the Yetis.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's have one last roll for this. See if you get out of this barn.
I assume this is for bear.
Yeah.
Me too, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh no, I failed.
Move a point into bear.
Okay, I'm pretty bear, y'all. I'm at 5 bear.
I rolled over, so I failed as well.
Oh my god.
But I'm at 5 bear.
You're at 5, okay.
Well, you're outside the barn. You're still wanted for murder. And there are, I'd say, 7 Yeti left. And an entire village of hundreds of elves. However, as you burst out of this barn with an entire barrel of honey and a hat, you happen to see, because it seems like a lot of the village didn't know this was happening. This was all super quick, guys. The last hour of our lives was like a minute. You happen to burst out of the barn at the exact moment that you see Pepper, that strange woman with glowing eyes, standing on the stage, Pip sort of off to the side, and she's speaking into a sort of enchanted microphone, saying something about carrying on the grand tradition, making the offer of cheer to Santa, that she was last year's winner and she has carried the torch so far, and it is time for a new bearer of the Christmas spirit to be chosen by Santa Claus himself. And it is with this that there is an incredible flash of light, the smell of peppermint in the air, a gentle, freezing cold breeze across your faces, and Santa atop a sleigh pulled by, 9 reindeer, including Rudolph? Bunch of reindeer, appears within the gingerbread pavilion. And an incredible cheer goes up, and you see elves weeping, dropping to their knees, and prostrating themselves, like bowing, full-bodied to Santa. A chant starts up in a language you don't understand. The Yetis even sort of turn momentarily caught up in this reverie, and Santa, his own eyes glowing, Pepper fully bowed before him, steps off of the sleigh, says, "My children, those woven from Christmas magic itself, you have once again offered me Christmas cheer to carry me through another season." And then he opens his mouth, and it is like a void opens in front of you. The combination of the incredible light from his eyes and the unknowable still darkness within his mouth that grows and grows and reaches the ground. And then there is a horrendous sucking sound as cookies begin flying off of tables. The elves continue to chant with joy and cheerfulness as they bow. Cookies from across town are flying into this maw of this unknowable beast known as Santa Claus. And you see, in the center of that stage, strangely, the only thing being pulled is cookies. Every Christmas cookie in town. But nothing else is like even being ruffled. Including that enormous, what looks like a very real beehive in the middle of the stage. And everyone seems pretty distracted for maybe the next couple seconds.
Yep.
What's your move?
I would like to don my hat, letting the honey run down me, run up and off of Onion's head onto the table of cookies, barrel roll through the cookies so that they're hopefully sticking to me, and see if I get sucked into the Santa void.
Pebble,
Why do I even make plans?
Let's go, dude.
Yes. Santa is an unstoppable force. He's an eldritch being capable of great things. The cookies go to Santa, whether you're attached to them or not. Do you want to be sucked into the gaping maw of Santa?
Yeah, and maybe I won't be able to do anything, but through my head, I'm just thinking of what I witnessed, the terribly tragic demise of Sprig and Ember and what they were fighting for, and if there's any way I can defeat this thing from the inside, I'm going for it.
Incredible.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Pebble got revolutionized.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it just happens. If you're not resisting the pull, you would be stuck to the cookies. Sure, we'll give you that.
Onion, upon seeing Santa Claus, yells out, You give me the onions every year! And is going to start charging on all fours towards Santa Claus.
Santa doesn't even seem to register this. Santa is in the reverie of his annual sacrifice.
Onion's gonna try to bear maul Santa Claus.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, there's so much happening as Pebble flies by, sort of gleefully
Fastest bear.
going into the void,
Yeah.
tongue lolling. Like a dog with its
Covered
head
in
out the car
cookies.
window, covered in honey cookies. All of this so quick that the elves don't even really understand what's happening. Padamir, what's your deal?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, why even make plans? I am gonna roll my barrel over.
Actually, grizzly bears are the fastest, just to interject there. But I'm still
I
pretty fast.
appreciate the clarification.
I'm gonna roll my barrel to the sleigh, which I guess is right behind him. And I am slashing all of the reindeer's harnesses. And I'm
Hell yeah.
going, okay, this can go two ways. Either Rudolph, you feel very guilty for betraying your friends Sprig and Ember, who are dead now, by the way, because of you. Or all of you other reindeer, you hate Rudolph so much that you want to betray both him and Santa Claus. Which one is it?
Don't be a sellout. Roll to get eaten.
As you say this, Rudolph it has this snotty, self-satisfied look in his face until you say that Sprig and Ember are dead. And you see this look of shock and this almost sudden self-awareness rush over him. As if he's suddenly had his first moment of doubt in 150 years. And it is just enough time for, let's say, Vixen, because that's a reindeer name I remember, to be like, yeah, Rudolph fucking sucks, let's get him! And that is just enough for the other reindeer to be like, we're sick of your shit, Rudolph! And they start to beat the shit out of Rudolph.
Yeah, great.
Well, Rudolph is going to attempt to charge Santa in assistance of Onion.
Amazing.
Onion, I want you to roll twice and take the lower for bear. If you get a 1, something spectacular will happen.
3.
Okay, Onion got a 3. So yeah, you begin to maul Santa, who is quite busy. This is maybe the 3 seconds once a year that he is actually vulnerable. Pebble flies past you into the void. Onion, you take your enormous polar bear claws. Truly, you cannot imagine, humans cannot imagine unless you've seen them, how big polar bears can get. And slash across this eldritch being, this archfey, otherworldly demigod. Golden ichor pours from fresh wounds as he screams from this maw, and there's a shake as his form seems to almost lose cohesion and become something beyond words, and you begin to comprehend in a horrifying sort of way that his true nature is so beyond this material plane that this image of Santa Claus is simply the closest our reality can come to creating something we can understand. At that moment, as your claws cut across him and you all have this collective sort of realization that will scar you psychically for life. What is that little fucker's name? Rudolph comes charging in, horns first, and he is going to gore Santa. I'm giving it to Rudolph because I don't have my dice. Santa is now horribly injured. Pebble, you are within. You are floating in the void. You don't see your friends anymore. You're not seeing the inside of a mouth. You're not looking out into this world. You just are in another place. And the knowledge of Santa is forced into your mind in a deeply scarring way as you momentarily become one with this being and he begins to digest you.
Ugh.
Santa isn't vicious. Santa is absolute. Santa is unmoving. The naughty and nice list are what they are. He is jolly. He is cheerful, and he is the Christmas spirit of love and whatever else. And also, if you fuck that up, he could kill you in the blink of an eye, and it would not even register as stepping on an ant. So, Pebble, what is your creative solution to being digested inside of an eldritch being?
I think.
The show's so weird.
Yeah. So I'm officially already in the void, right? Okay, so I think...
Oh yeah, no, we gave it to you for free.
Yeah. Oh, I just wasn't like if I could hook... Okay. If I'm already in the void...
You should say that. I was thinking that too.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. There is nothing to hook to. Like, the outer image, it isn't real.
Right, which is I'm trying to come up with something creative. I think I am going to think about all of my siblings and how bullied I was for being small and being less than. And then all of the courage I got, not only from my friends, but from my very unlikely friends, the elves, who led me to do this brave and heroic thing. And knowing all of that and feeling so full of pride and ambition. Can you tell I'm just trying to take up time? I am going to start throwing. I am going to see how physics works in this void. And if I take the 5 cheer that I have left, if I throw opposite to where the mouth was, do I start moving back towards the mouth? Is there, like, in space?
Yeah.
Does that happen in space? If you throw something, you move back? I'm going to experiment.
I guess so.
Yeah, when force goes forward, like, you have to get repelled.
Yeah. So I'm going to do some Wall-E shit. And I'm going to start trying to go back up. And if I am able to get back up to the mouth, I want to hook my hat around a tooth and just start clawing at the inside of the opening to the void.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I don't know. They didn't really make a stat for, like, psychic fortitude, which is kind of what this is. What do you want to roll?
I want to roll bear. But I don't know. I mean, I think the intelligence of, like, trying to use physics is kind of criminal. Yeah.
Who do you think Pebble is at his absolute core? If he had one, let's say these 6 points are like your 6 points of being. And we all contain multitudes, right? So you have points across these 2 steps. If you had 1 point left, if there was one tiny scrap of you left, what would it be? Would it be bear or would it be criminal?
Well, I think both in reality and in this moment, if I had 1 scrap left, it would be the criminal. It would be the get the job done, like the will and the desire to finish the heist.
Okay.
That's
I'm
like the
gonna have
only
you
thing
roll
I'm clinging
criminal.
on to.
I'm gonna have you roll
Okay.
criminal. I'm gonna warn you. If this doesn't go your way, I don't know if you're gonna get another chance.
That's fine. Also, it's almost, there is a 1 in 6 chance of this going my way.
Okay.
So there's only one roll that will make this go well.
Can either before or after, can I try to do something to help?
Sure.
Okay.
Amanda, what happened?
I rolled a 5. I
Well,
think Pebble might have sacrificed himself to the cause, and that's okay. Even though it didn't really achieve
Pebble,
anything.
as you unravel in not a dissimilar way to the way you just witnessed your two new friends unbecoming, what would you like to do with the last of your life force?
So I can't help?
I can't do
You
it.
want to try?
I think my roll was so bad.
Can I do another
Oh,
slash? Make more holes in
Yeah,
this?
let's
sand
pan
pit?
back out to the others and see what they're up to just before we resolve Pebble's situation. That roll still happened, but yeah, we haven't heard from Onion in a bit.
Onion is torn between their rage at Santa for their namesake and how Pebble has just tossed themselves into the maw of this Uggo and is
That was so weird.
so they've done one slash on one side. They're gonna try to slash the other side of him, and also they're thinking maybe it was an idea. Maybe if we can't get his bag, he will be the bag. He's full of cookies and honey, and if he disappears, maybe we'll have more honey next year. And so, gonna try to slash and bear hug. Maybe I'll finally be able to bear hug someone so I can pick him up, kill him, and take his body with me.
Oh my god.
Okay, sure. Because that's a big deal,
very different
Padamir,
ideas.
I'm gonna find out what each of you are doing, and then we're gonna have you guys roll. So, Onion, hold that thought. Padamir, what are you doing?
What's your idea?
Yeah. What I wanted to do was, having freed the reindeer, I would like to pick up this big barrel of honey that I've got, and I want to jam it into Santa's mouth and punch it through so that all of the honey starts leaking into his mouth and into his belly, and go, Pebble, follow the honey! And I, like, put a claw through the barrel that's like holding Santa's mouth open, and like through the honey to try to get Pebble out. Yeah. I see
Okay.
Onion going for like the full flash bear hug, and I'm like, wait, one moment.
The bears are actually faster.
Great, roll for... Fuck, I don't know, bear?
Bear? Can I eat some of the honey right before I try this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I lick some up as it's exploding out the barrel. And I do not succeed. I also rolled a 5. I was at 4.
You smash the barrel over his head as his maw, unbeknownst to you, has begun to close. There are no cookies left. He's leaking a sort of magical otherworldly blood. And you crash an entire human-sized barrel full of honey over his head. Santa is very hurt that his mouth is closed. Pebble,
Oh.
what would you like to do with the last of your life force?
I think the last of my life force, I maybe heard Padamir and was throwing, my cheer whatevers in the direction. So like, Padamir was help me go in the right direction, but I can tell I'm not going to make it. And if you'll allow it, I think maybe in that last second, I throw my hat out of Santa's mouth and the hat gets to Padamir, if you're cool with that.
Yeah, no,
And
you
that's-
just have that. That just happens because you
Yeah.
died.
And then Pebble is lost to the void.
No. What did you wear? What kind of hat did you wear?
It's a flat top, like a
Like a
taxi
newsy
driver
cap?
hat.
A flat cap,
Flat cap.
sticky with honey, comes flying out of Santa's mouth just as the maw closes, landing, Padamir, in your hands. As Onion, you complete your bear hug move. Let's roll for bear.
For bear, I've got to get a 4 or below.
Have some honey.
I got a 2!
Oh, yay!
Hooray! You crush what is left of this version, this iteration, physicality of Santa, and slash him open. He falls to sort of Christmas ribbons with an ear-splitting roar. And upon the ground, the ribbons dissolving, is a shining pile of golden light, like a liquidy light, that then seeps into the ground and disappears, that scream echoing in your ears. Rudolph, horns, antlers dripping with that same ichor, yells to you, hop on! And gives you the
Mickey Mouse.
opportunity to hop, to, despite being bears, sort of hold on to this magical reindeer if you want to. He's offering to fly you out of this place as the elves come out of their reverie and screams fill the space.
Can we
Grab
try
the
to
hive?
grab the hive? Yeah, and go?
Yeah. Sure, take the hive. What are they gonna do? Their god just died.
I put Pebble's hat on top of the hive and grab it.
You feel it buzzing. You remember Ember said something about this being queen of all bees, mother of honey.
We are
hive.
returning you. Please do not sting us. We are returning you to where you should go. I don't know where that is, but I assume it's not the North fucking Pole.
It almost glows. There's almost like a pulsing glow to it, and you feel the buzzing, you feel the warmth. It is tempting, but also it has that same like godlike, fae-ish, otherworldly feeling that Santa had, and that's enough to put you off.
Right.
Eating this.
Yeah.
And we see reindeer like a shooting star. 2 bears holding onto his neck, one of them holding a beehive almost as big as you.
It's like
And it all
E.T.
makes
They go
sense.
across the moon.
They go across the moon. There's the sound of jingle bells. A town screaming in terror behind you. And we'll move into our ending montage with our 2 remaining living characters.
Oh.
Where do we find you sometime after these events?
I think Padamir in Pebble's name. And also Sprig and Embers has started I guess touring forests and towns and like leading small armies of revolutionaries to oust and depose any supreme authority figures that pop up.
Padamir becomes a grassroots freedom fighter?
Yes.
Hell yeah, he does.
That's incredible!
And he wears Pebble's hat underneath his fez.
That's perfect. Oh man, Onion, what you doing? Do you go back into retirement? Are you permanently out of retirement?
I think Onion says once again that they are retired, but once again cannot stay. Instead, they take up another strangely productive hobby with this new hive, and no one's been getting gifts for a while, and the onion is no Santa, but for all the bears, as far as he can walk and go, he's not as fast as Pat and Bear, even though they won't admit it. They bring a little sachet of honey to everyone. That's what
New
so
Santa.
And the hive continues to produce. It never seems to run out of honey. You keep it very happy. It seems grateful to have been rescued. You are now this keeper of, perhaps unbeknownst to you, perhaps you figured out, a sort of demigod ruler of honey. You are her one paladin, sort of. And it's so sweet that Onion, after all these years of receiving an onion, how harsh to get named after this thing that happened to you. Goes around giving a much better gift to everyone. And that is where we will end our absolutely bizarre Christmas tale.
Oh yeah.
So tragic.
Very happy. Yeah.